Hi, in today's video, we are going to talk about CV, that's curriculum vitae, resume or biodata for dentists. In this video, we are going to discuss why is a resume important, the contents of a biodata and the tips and tricks in making one. We will also tell you what is more important than a resume to get the job. If you're interested, stay tuned. I'm Dr. Satish Kumar and this is Kaizen Dental. Our aim here is to help dentists succeed. The first thing, why is a resume or biodata important? If a dentist has a job vacancy and he has tens or hundreds of applications, how does he decide whom to interview? He decides that on the basis of the resume. So having a good CV acts as the first foot in the door which helps you get an interview for the job. Now that we know a resume is important, how long should it be? If you're a young dentist, a one-page CV is more than adequate. If you have a lot of achievements, awards and experience, then maybe 2 pages. But 3 and above is an absolute no, because no one has the time to go through such a long resume. Next is, what font should you use? Remember, your resume is read across various applications in both Android or in iOS or in Windows. So having consistent fonts which can be read across these is important. So go for the common ones like Times New Roman or Calibri. But is one font enough? Yes. If you want to vary it, you can use italics, you can use bold or change the font size as well. But remember, using professional consistent fonts is always better. Now moving to the content. Always in the start is your personal information. That includes your name, your age and your email address. When using your email address, remember, don't use your school ones like Cool Dude or Sleeping Beauty. Keep it professional. Now you're a dentist. If you do not have one, make a better professional email address. The next question about personal details which is asked is, should I mention about my locality? Yes, a lot of dentists prefer hiring people from the surrounding locality because it helps in saving travel time. Now, if you're not interested in mentioning your block or your building, do not mention that, but at least write which locality you're staying in. The next is about having a professional photo. Is it compulsory? Of course not. But if you're having a photograph of yourself, see that it is professional. It is not you laid back at the beach. The next piece of information which has to be there in your resume is experience. It is basically the clinic you work for, the duration you worked in and what type of job you did out there. If you want your resume to stand out, if you have done certain different procedures like single sitting root canals, full mouth rehabilitations or disimpactions, you can mention those in the bracket. If other than dentistry, you helped your previous clinic in any other way, do not forget to mention it. It could be helping with the management, training the associates and assistants, or helping them with social media handles or with marketing. You can mention all these. Now you would say, if you're an intern or just finished your internship, what do you mention in experience? You can mention what procedures you did during your 4 years and internship. That would include the number of root canals you did, composite restorations and extractions. But remember one thing, do not exaggerate the amount of cases you did. Because if you write 100 extractions and you have done only 10, the day you do your first extraction in the clinic, the dentist will realize you're not confident. So please write the accurate numbers and do not exaggerate. The next one is awards and achievements. What do you mention in these? If you have topped either your college or university, mention that. If you have articles which you have presented, mention that. Posters and paper presentations also can be included. Anything related to dentistry which you have done, it could be a quiz competition or a debate, mention all those. But yes, no one is interested in knowing if you won a 3-legged race in your 8th standard. So keep it relevant to dentistry. But what if you didn't have any awards and achievements? Just skip the section. There's nothing to worry. It is not a deal breaker. The next is conferences and workshops attended. In this, mention all those continuing dental education programs you have taken throughout the years. Being a practice owner myself, I prefer associates who keep on learning, attending these courses and upskilling themselves. So having attended a lot of continuing dental education program is a plus in your resume. The next is languages spoken. What is the advantage of writing this? If you're working in metropolitan cities like Delhi, Mumbai or Bangalore, you might have a wide variety of patients. So being able to communicate with them in their mother tongue is always an advantage. But remember, you should not know just 10 words of the language. You should be able to communicate properly in it. If so, mention the languages you know. Then there is something known as professional summary, which is nothing but a short description of your experience and skills. This usually comes either before or after your personal details. But is this essential? Absolutely not. What can you mention in this? It depends on characteristics you have, like if you have good communication skills. But see that it is relevant to your further resume. For example, if you mention that I like upskilling myself, and when I go to your CDE programs you have attended, there is nothing. So see that you write your entire resume and then based on it, if you want, write a professional description in the top. Before we move on to the tips and tricks on writing your resume, if you're liking this video, please do not forget to hit the like button below. And I'm sure if you want to take your career to the next level, you're already subscribed to our channel. If not, do not forget to subscribe. So the tip number 1, see that it is visually appealing. Your resume in olden times used to be in a simple Word document format. But now to make it stand out, you can make it visually appealing by using applications such as Canva, which are free to use. Tip number 2, whenever sending a soft copy, always convert it into PDF first. The reason is Word documents might read differently across various applications. So converting it to PDF helps it being stable. Tip number 3, when should you start making your resume? Always it is advisable to do this at the start of either 4th year or internship. The reason being, where you see your shortcomings are. For example, if you're not attended enough conferences or not done enough cases, you know if you want a good job, you need to cover those. So having your resume ready is always advisable. Tip number 4, keep updating your resume. Do not wait for your next job hunt to go and search your resume and edit it. Now, the resume will only get you the interview. I've spoken to a lot of dentists to understand what is the most important criteria they take into account while hiring a dentist. That is the personality and communication skills of the dentist. So see that your personality and communication skills are up to the game. If you're interested in learning more about communication skills, we have posted a link in the description below. Click on that. It would take you to a WhatsApp number and send communication to it. So whenever we plan to launch a communication skills program, we'll update you about it. And do not forget to mention in the comment section the most important point you got from today's video. I'm Dr. Satish Kumar. This is Kaizen Dental. Our aim here is to help dentists succeed.